Hey everyone, so today I am doing a makeup look inspired by Iggy Azalea from that Booty video. What do you guys think of that music video? I think it's a bit... I'm not quite sure how I feel about it. I love the really obvious EOS lip balm like placement in the middle of the video. It's so good. So her makeup is pretty much super bronzed, really glowing, kind of like that Beyonce look I did recently. I'll link it down below, except hers is a lot more like warm tone, not too much emphasis on lashes. It's very minimal, kind of natural, but playing with bronze tones and stuff. So I'm just going to give this look a go. I've never tried it out before and see what happens. For my primer today, I am going to use a really glowy product. This is the Celestial Skin Liquid Light by Kevin Aquan. It's a bit of a mouthful. I'm using a couple of big pumps of that. And as you can see, it's just like a beautiful champagne golden glow. So I'm just going to apply this all over my face. And just to hydrate and give myself a little bit more moisture and a little bit more glow, I'm using my Skin Food Red Orange Makeup Finish Glossy Type Spray. Just feels so good on my skin. And I'm going to put on foundation and I'm going to mix it with an illuminator because her skin doesn't look really heavy. It looks quite natural still, but very glowy. I'm going to use my beauty blender and I'm going to mix in the Stila All Over Shimmer and Kitten Shimmer with a little bit of NARS Sheer Glow. And I'm just putting a little bit of that all over my skin. I'm not going to go too heavy. Now I'm using my Radient Creamy Concealer in Custard. No, Vanilla. I use Vanilla under my eyes just because it's a little bit lighter. And then I'm just using the other end of the beauty blender to blend it into my eyeballs. And just for a little bit of extra glow, I'm using my Stroke of Light by Bare Minerals. This is in the shade Luminous 2. It's like the golden yellow shade. So now we've got a good base on and we can carry on highlighting later. I am going to just let that sit on my face for a bit. I'm not going to set it with powder right now. I just want to kind of like let it simmer into my skin. I'm using my Dip Brow by Anastasia Beverly Hills and I'm just going to fill in my eyebrows. Have any of you guys from like New Zealand and Australia been really sick for like a really long time this year? Like I've been sick for over 3 weeks now and I feel like it's nothing worth going to the doctor for. Like it's just a really sore throat or then it's like a cough or it's like gross nose or like sinuses. It's just like a pain in the ass. And my voice, like I can't even remember what my voice is supposed to sound like anymore because it's always just so croaky. Then I'm going to take my Empathetically Blonde what is this called? Waterproof Brow Set, Pro Longwear by MAC. And that's just going to help tie them up a little bit more and keep them in place. Now to set my foundation, I'm going to mix these two Hourglass powders together, Dim Light and Incandescent Light, just a little bit, just to take the tackiness away from my foundation so that when I put bronzer and everything on it doesn't look all weird. Everything on her face is very warm toned. For my bronzer, I'm going to use a very warm toned bronzer. This is the Makeup Store Bronzing Powder in Sun Touch. It is my absolute favourite warm toned bronzer if I want really glowing warm toned skin. I'm using my small tapered face brush by XO Beauty and I am just going to start contouring and bronzing my skin. When I contour, I like to kind of do the straight line and then blend it upwards just to make it look a little bit more natural. Iggy is like really harshly contoured, so hopefully that looks good. And then I'm going to take a really warm tone blush. This is Illamasqua Disobey and I'm just going to kind of put that where I would normally put my blush. And I'm just going to kind of buff that into the sides of my cheeks. I'm also brushing that on my forehead because she's quite bronzed and warm toned all over. It's not just in the typical places. She has a really strong highlight of like a white gold kind of colour. So I'm going to use Albatross by NARS. And I'm actually going to use the same brush I bronzed with because I don't mind if a little bit of bronzer gets in there because the entire look is very bronzed anyway. So I'm just going to put that on the top of my cheekbones. And then she has a little bit of a highlight above her brow bone as well. Now my skin's done, I'm going to use the Chill Makeup Setting Spray by Urban Decay. This one's like cooling, hydrating, and it's got a little bit of a dewy finish to it. On her lips, it looks like she's wearing some kind of lip gloss stain kind of thing. So I'm going to use the Dior 389 Kiss Me, whatever these are called, I don't really know. To start my eyes, I'm going to use Let Me Pop by MAC. It's a paint pot. I'm just going to put that on my lid. I'm using this shade from the It's Judy Time palette, just there for a transition crease colour. And I don't want this to be too obvious because her makeup is very subtle. Next I'm going to use Nylon by MAC, which is this shade here. I'm going to put that on my inner corners. And then for the lid colour, I'm using a Tom Ford colour just here. This is from the Golden Mink palette, just this one. And it's quite shimmery. I'm sure you could find it, like the similar colour from a different palette, but this just works perfectly for her look. And then just to add a little bit more oomph, I'm using Casino by MAC. And I'm just going to run that over top, just to add a little bit more colour payoff. I'm using a dark brown eye pencil. This is a Kat Von D one, to mimic her moles, beauty spots. This is totally optional, I just think it would be fun. I'm just putting a little bit of this white Chi eye pencil in my waterline because she definitely has white there. And then for my mascara, I'm going to use my 3D Magic Lash by Chi, which I'm obsessed with. I love this mascara a lot. She's definitely not wearing any form of false eyelashes, but I really want to wear them. This is perfect summer makeup. Someone just tweeted me saying, please do a makeup look of Iggy, Azalea and Booty. And she like sent me a screenshot of like the makeup. And I was like, I may or may not be filming that right now. Her lashes are definitely a lot, it almost looks like she's wearing a little bit of eyeliner actually. But her lashes are definitely not like out there. I'm taking a tiny baby bit of soft brown just into my crease just to amp it up a tiny bit more. Looking at the pictures, I cannot tell if she has like eyeliner on or not, so I'm going to do the thinnest line. It kind of looks like she has like a really thin line just like halfway across. So I'm going to use my Hyper Glossy by Maybelline, and I'm just doing a really thin line. And I'm going to finish off with one last spray of my Chill Spray. And that is basically the finished look. Obviously I look nothing like Iggy Azalea, but this is my take on her makeup look. Super glowing, warm bronze skin with super warm eyes and pink lips. Perfect for spring and summer. I love the really strong contour and quite natural brows. Like it's quite a natural makeup look, but not. Like it doesn't look like you're plastered in makeup. It looks quite playful and youthful and fun and just really pretty. Which is funny because the Booty music video is very not youthful and not playful. Let me know what you think down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if there are any other celebrity makeup inspired looks you would like me to do, just let me know. I get requests for them all the time, but it really helps me out if you tweet me a picture or something so I know exactly what kind of look you're going for. Have an absolutely amazing day. I love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye! Dress here is really cute. Again, another kind of like risque kind of outfit. It's got a lot of cutouts in it, as you can see just there. And then at the top it's got a really cool kind of design, like really kind of, what's the word, geometric cutouts, very square. And then it's got a big cutout at the back as well. And then it's just bodycon. I feel like every single thing I got was bodycon nearly, but I'm just loving the trend at the moment. Well, when did bodycon ever go out of trend? I don't know, not in New Zealand anyway. Next is another maxi dress, but this one is white.